So this is your match preview for the game against Newcastle versus Leicester at St James's Park, 3 o'clock this Saturday. Now, as I record this video, it is, of course, the Thursday going into Friday. So I haven't yet been able to see any news from Eddie Howe, of course, going into this game. But from what I have picked up on the news going into Friday, we are still without Emil Kraft and Jamal Lascelles. Sven Botman is training, but he is not yet available for selection, at least according to the news that I've got at the moment. Joe Willock's availability is uncertain, but his news is awaited. Hopefully he will be able to play in the game or come off the bench in this game against Leicester. But we are heading into this game on a winless run of the last 4 Premier League matches, so we do need to start picking up the points now, because at the moment it's not looking good. We had a really good game against Liverpool where we got 3-3. Should have probably won the game if not for a dodgy ref decision to blow the whistle early, and then we went into the next game against Brentford and we just absolutely got humiliated. We got absolutely thumped, really embarrassed in that game, and it's just not looking good at the moment. We definitely need to be looking to change something on the playing side of things, because at the moment we're going forward, we're getting in there, but we're not putting away our chances, and sometimes we're not even getting forward and getting in there. You know, sometimes we're looking to sit back too much in the game when we should really be pushing forward. I've seen it with the games this season against the likes of Everton, Brighton, West Ham. Not so much the Brentford one. We did sit back a little bit in that game, but we were pushing forward. We just were very unlucky not to be able to get the shots away what we did have. But it's just not looking good right now. Hopefully this game against Leicester will be the turning point. Hopefully this game will be the moment where we'll pick up 3 points against Leicester, and then we can push on, because after this Leicester game we've got a League Cup quarter-final match against Brentford, which we will hopefully see ourselves make it through to the next round of the Cup. It's really the business end of our season now. We need to turn the thing around, and we need to start getting the results on the board if we really want to seriously start thinking about getting them European spots, and seriously think about making it further through the League Cup as well. But of course, looking at the news on the Leicester side of things, Samir is suspended for this game. Let us know down in the comments below, Leicester fans, if you're really going to be missing that guy from the squad. And Wilfred Ndidi and Harry Winks are doubtful due to injury as well, according to the news that I've got here. Leicester, of course, in their most recent matches, they just recovered from a 2-0 down to draw 2-2 against Brighton. They've just previously beat West Ham side 3-0 as well. But however, there is a little bit of a positive moment for us Newcastle fans going into this game, and that is that Leicester have conceded 18 goals away from home this season, joint leakiest away defence in the Premier League with Wolves. So that is a positive that we can look at as Newcastle United fans, and hopefully that will bode well for us on the day on Saturday, in that 3 o'clock kickoff. Of course, it will hopefully bode well for us and see us come away with the 3 points. Of course, things have changed at Leicester as well, because they have had a manager depart in Steve Cooper, and then Ruud van Nistelrooy has come into the job, of course, after being the caretaker boss at Man United for a little bit. And Ruud van Nistelrooy, I've got to say, he's been doing well from what I can see of the Leicester matches that I've watched since he's came in. He has been doing pretty good there, so hopefully he doesn't do well on Saturday, because, you know, we want to see, as Newcastle United fans, we obviously want to see our team get 3 points and progress further up the league. But Leicester fans, you know, watching this video, let us know what your thoughts are on Ruud van Nistelrooy at the minute as the Leicester manager. I mean, like I've just said there, you know, he seems to be doing pretty well. Do you think, you know, he can get you to a pretty decent place in the league? Where would you expect, you know, to finish this season under Ruud van Nistelrooy? Let us know that down in the comments below. Fellow Newcastle fans as well, if you want to get in on that question, then of course put it down in the comments below as well. The referee for this game is Thomas Bramall. The last time he refed a Newcastle United game, he presided over 3 Newcastle games last season. One of them was against Everton. We did have a win against Burnley. I know when he was in the middle, I believe we drew or lost against Everton last season. And then there was another game in there as well. I think it was Crystal Palace, which I do believe we lost that one against Crystal Palace with Thomas Bramall in the middle. But this is the first time he has refed a Newcastle United game this season. However, on VAR, Jared Gillett, the Aussie Scouser, will be, for the 5th time out of the last 8 games for Newcastle United, will be presiding over a Newcastle United game. Either it be as the referee or on VAR, but out of the last 8 times, he's done 5 Newcastle United games out of the last 8. That in itself is unspeakable, pathetic, and really does reek of corruption. It shows, you know, that we are seeming to be getting the same people over and over and over again, which is not a good look at all. So that definitely needs to be looked into and definitely needs to be sorted, because we should not be getting these people over and over and over again like we have been. And like I say, you know, the stats going into this game from previous wins, previous games last season: 2-0 win in the League Cup, a 0-0 draw at St James's in the league, and then a 2-1 win in the previous season, the 21-22 season, of course, where Bruno Guimaraes bagged himself a double. So it is looking more favourable towards us picking up the 3 points than it is to Leicester. Of course, it's what happens on the day, at the end of the day, because that is football. But let us know your thoughts, you know, down in the comments below. I do believe we will have the chance to come away here if we put in the right mindset. We'll go into this game and we'll play to win the game as well, because like I say, you know, some of the times we've been going into the games, we haven't been looking to get forward enough when we could, and we haven't been looking deadly enough in front of goal this season neither. We scored loads of goals last season. This season, however, not as many. So we do need to rectify that. We do need to, you know, push on and start banging in them goals and start climbing up the league if we want to seriously put ourselves in there as contenders to get a European place come the end of the season. And also on the cup side of things, we need to be putting in the performances as well if we want to seriously think about making it, you know, to the next round of the League Cup, as well as we've got to take on Brentford on the 18th, only 4 days after we play Leicester on Saturday. So anyway, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. My score prediction for this game is Newcastle to come away, and I'm going to go with a similar scoreline to what we've seen in recent games, to be honest. I'm going to go with Newcastle to come away with a 2-0 win against Leicester. Maybe a 2-1 win if Leicester really challenge with maybe Jamie Vardy banging in one for Leicester, and Newcastle, of course, coming away with the double goals to win the game. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, remember, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Farewell, lads.